travelers. I mean, we've been traveling the world since September 2016. And like, I mean, we've been to 38 countries, four continents. We've lived in America most of our lives too. So like, I don't know how sometimes like even then like we should have like for sure know better, right? So we get into New York and I mean, in traveling everywhere, like we know, we like check out prices, figure out what fair taxi rates are in every country. What seems average, for if you go to a taxi, what kind of taxis do you go to? Do you go to the metered ones? Do you deal and barter for a price? How much is it per kilometer? Is it government run? Whatever. I planned everything, like where we were gonna stay, our airfare, car rental, things like that everywhere. And for some reason, it slipped my mind. Now, here's something else that you should know. Every time we go somewhere, I don't know what happens, but Sean is so nice and he loses his freaking mind when he's approached by someone. Like, he just doesn't ask questions. He'll just say, oh, I'll just follow you in this direction. And my first thought is so we get off at JFK yesterday, and it's, in the middle of the pandemic, and, we're the only flight out. So everyone, I mean, people haven't been working very much lately. So I don't know why we didn't remember this. We've been to JFK several times. And the last time we were there, I was still pregnant with Sebastian. So like, yeah, summer of 2017. And we showed up there with Sam and Alex, and we went to JFK and had to do the same drive to Newark so we could go to the airport the next day to take different flights. And it cost us $150. Then we did take a taxi from there. So, I mean, and that was still like freaking ridiculous, but we were tired. It was late. We just like, screw it. We weren't going to do the other transportation or the 3-hour airport shuttles to get there. So we walk out, and you can either go to a taxi line or straight out the front door. There's no other where to go. And I didn't look up Uber beforehand, and Sean didn't look up anything. And, we just spent a 9-hour flight with a toddler and everything else. And I don't know, we just lost our minds. And these, guys are at the taxi little area where you walk, and they started talking like, okay, man, is this, oh no, it's your turn to take this one, and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, like it didn't sound right, but we weren't just really like thinking very much. So Sean just immediately gets sucked in, and we just start following. And I had this little fleeting thought like, oh, maybe we should check Uber. But Sean was already talking to them and stuff like that. And I'm usually the bitch. Like, I'm usually like, no, we're not going to do this. No. And that's how I talk to to them when I know like we're being screwed, because Sean doesn't. Sean's just like, oh, well, because he's so fucking nice. I'm not nice. Not in those situations. Anyway, I was just trying to do with Sebastian. He wanted to push he was having a fit. He wanted to push the suitcase with me and everything else. So we go out, and I don't see any taxis, but the guy walks us over to his big expedition. So again, I question it, but I didn't like verbally question it. Like, I had this moment of Shuttle. You ever seen the movie Shuttle? Everyone should watch the movie Shuttle if you travel. Like, never get into like a questionable air shuttle. Never get into it. And you always double check and call in advance and have it scheduled, because you don't want to end up dying or end up getting into the situation that they got in. Anyway, so just put our little family into this expedition, and the guy is not even a great driver. He's all over the place. He keeps checking his phone. So I was a little like, and get to our destination, made it, and he was very helpful, very friendly, helped us with our luggage. And I said, how much is it? And in the car too, there was a moment where I almost looked at the Uber price, but then I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to know that it was way too high or low. I'm sure, we'll be able to afford it. No, we didn't stop at an ATM beforehand. We still had, we had a little cash on us still from before we left. We always kept like a little bit of money on us just in case, because US dollars, are taken anywhere. And I said, how much is it? And he shows me the chart that shows you the calculated cost. $284. I was like, what the fuck? I just felt totally raped. And not even like pre-rape failing, like raped. And I was like, are you serious? You're serious that was 280? And he's like, yeah, it shows right here. And he goes, I mean, if you want to pay cash, I could take, $250. And I was like, I wasn't even going to argue with him because I knew we screwed up. I knew it was totally our fault for getting in his car and accepting the scam. We did it once before in Vietnam on these little bikes, and we tried arguing with him, and that didn't work so well. But that was a ripoff for, going 5 feet, paying $50 per person for that one. That was awful too. Anyway, so yeah, that was our welcome back to America moment with taxis. But that reminded us again to pay attention and be on our toes and to always ask questions and be reminded that no matter how seasoned we are, we're stupid still sometimes.